A warm welcome
To all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us.
and we rise now for the Spanish national anthem. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. It is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So off we go then. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
Pedri. And here's Yamal. Now it's Williams. Williams! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mbappé. Hernandez. Lovely feet. Hernandez crosses. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Yamal. And it's Pedri. Saliba. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Upamecano. Hernandez. Saliba. And it's played forward. Llorente gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Mbappé. And here's Dembele. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Oh, it's hit the post! Grimaldo. Rodri. And he goes cross-field. Yamal. Llorente. Llorente with the cross. Mignon. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And it's Koundé. Koundé, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a save by David Raya!
Once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now. Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
That is good strength. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Mignon sends that a long way. This has gone, that's a foul. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pedri. Now it's Mbappé. Dembele. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Rodri, well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mbappé. Dembele. Shoots. Decent chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Grimaldo forwards and with intent. Dani Olmo. Rabiot wins the duel this time. Now it's Mbappé. It's run loose here. He's found a way through. Oh, it's come loose. A chance to play it in. Cherki. And the shot! It's a chance for Spain to break. Yamal, that's an imaginative pass. Out of play for a goal kick. Llorente. Laporte. Pedri. Laporte. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Rabiot too strong for his opponent there. Tchouaméni. Upamecano. Koundé. Upamecano. Koundé. Upamecano. France can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Olise. That has found him in acres of space. He is just caressing the ball. Until hit it first time! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Nice physical challenge. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now then, the ball's come loose. Yamal. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Mbappé. And it's Dembele. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rabiot. Chance here to counter. Out to the left it goes. Great defending, strong and determined. Tchouaméni. Koundé. Rabiot. Dembele. Olise plays it short. Muscular approach does pay off here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Cherki. Upamecano. France are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And it's Hernandez. Pedri, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Rodri. Pedri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pedri has been caught there, it's a foul. Proves too strong. Pedri. Llorente. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal, gently done. Upamecano cuts it out. Cherki. Saliba. Upamecano. Played towards the other side. Hernandez. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Produces a cross. Succumbs to the pressure. Rodri. And here's Ferran Torres. Upamecano. Koundé. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Rabiot. Cherki. Aim forwards. And here's Dembele. Over to the left. Hernandez gets into some space. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team...
And the action is back underway.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Llorente tries to dink it through. Mignon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. The most accurate pass. Rabiot. Upamecano. Koundé. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust.
If they're happy keeping possession, fair enough, Peter, but it isn't going to help them pose much of a threat by keeping it there.
Pedri. Yamal. Yamal chooses to go cross-field. Dani Olmo. Rabiot does really well to win the ball there. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Dembele. That's tidy. And it's Koundé. That's good play. Plenty waiting in the middle. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Spain, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Pedri. Yamal. Oh, such a clever touch. Crosses it into the area. He's there to get rid. That's really well cleared. And that's been won straight back. Kubasi. Llorente. Yamal. That's a good ball. Purring through the gears. He's free, he has got space. Chance! Cherki. Mbappé. Moved on forwards. Hernandez with the delivery. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Yamal has created one goal already. Mbappé. Chance for a shot! Hernandez is fouled. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
Ronaldo. Now it's Ferran Torres. Saliba wins the duel this time. Saliba. Your impression so far, Jim?
France are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Oh, that's nice. And it's Rabiot. Cherki. And he shoots! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Upamecano, Chouameni, Koundé, now he's off and running. Koundé. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pedri. Yamal. Kubasi. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And now the breakaway. Mbappé puts his foot on the gas. He's got away.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Great defending, strong and determined. Chouameni shifted upfield. Rodri. Al Kubasi aim forwards. Llorente. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. He's having a shot! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Oh, that's a nice ball. That's an excellent interception. Dani Olmo, and it's lofted through here. And he's there to get it away. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Raya gets good distance on it. Saliba.
Spain might just have gone into conservation mode here. Their focus now is clearly to just hold on.
It's a very different story for their opponents, though, who just have to throw everything at it and hope for the best. Hernandez looks to get on the end of this. Kubasi. Rodri. 75 minutes played. Hernandez. Chouameni. Saliba. Cherki. Saliba. And it's played forward. And it's Hernandez. Nico Williams. Dani Olmo. Goes for a shot! And he's heaved it away. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
And it's Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. Ferrer takes a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Ferran Torres is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Doué. Llorente. And here's Llorente. And here's Ferran Torres! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further.
Spain, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Spain find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Mbappé. Rabiot. Lobbed in behind. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Yamal. Now it's Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. Hernandez. Just 5 minutes left. He's going to be disappointed with that. Nico Williams. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And that's put paid to a promising move. Chouameni. Upamecano. Koundé battling down that right flank. Showing good feet. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Williams. Caresses it through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rabiot with the foul. Big chance! And that is great goalkeeping. Pedri. And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? France simply weren't good enough to play through the pressure put on their defence and were